Hello everyone. So it's uh, 3rd of August, and today was productive day because I studied a lot of quant subjects, solved problems and all, and it was uh, very productive in terms of that I started studying arithmetic and all, and that was lagging behind, and I know that that is the major portion of any paper. So what I would be targeting in the next mock, basically it's an all India test series. So it would be on 7th. So I have like 3 more days to prepare for it, and I would be like looking to get at least 6 or 7 questions right in quants. So that would make around 21 marks, and that would be my target. So I am targeting like 5 questions for at least arithmetic section, and then 2 or more questions that I can solve by like putting values and all. So this would be my target. So if I get like 6 or 7 questions right in the exam, that would be like a great plus for me. I have observed that in LRDI section, I sometimes pick a wrong set, and like there is certain things that you need to look before picking up sets. First is like if the question is having multiple options, like multiple answers incorrect, like it could be either one or three or something like that. That means that you have to make multiple cases there, and in paper, like making cases becomes very difficult. So that's one thing, and uh, there is like possibility that you can only solve 2 sets, and maximum you can try for the third one, like answering 2 or 3 more questions. That would gain you around 100 percentile in DILR. So I am able to solve like 1 set completely, so that's big plus for me. But that won't make much of a difference because it would fetch me around, I think, 90 percentile marks, 90 something. So I need to solve at least like 2 sets. That would be like the target. So there are like 15 minutes that can be given to each set. So that makes around 30 minutes for 2 set, and then if I have time, then I can like solve for another set. So that's my tactic for like DILR. Till September I would be following. And how to practice it, I think there are different sets, and you can only solve those sets if you are familiar with those sets. So you have to like keep giving mocks and like practice different sets so that you are aware that how these sets are solved. Once you have the confidence, even if it's a slightly difficult set, you would be able to do it. So that's one thing. And in VARC section, I think the most important thing is reading different kind of passages. I have seen that passage which are from Aeon and which are related to like politics or uh, like art subject majorly, like anthropology or maybe philosophy, psychology. All these subjects I'm not aware of. So while reading these passages, it becomes harder for me to comprehend what the like passage is trying to say. So reading is not a problem. I think understanding what the passage is trying to say, it's really difficult for me because I don't have context for those passages. Like in science and technology, it's easy for me because I know what the background is and what the author is trying to portray. Like in nature also you can know, because I have biology background too. uh, Computer science technology is also similar to my field. So all those science subjects does not make much of a difference, and politics also does not make much of a difference. I think there are a few terms that are related to politics that can make the passage less understandable for me, but generally it's I can get what the author is trying to say. But when it comes to anthropology, like talking about people, psychology in general, it's very difficult for me to comprehend those things. So I'm trying to make sure that that becomes correct. And one of the major thing that goes wrong is the last four part, that is the para jumble, para summary. especially the parajumble part is I am getting very wrong. So that's one thing that I need to focus on. It's a really hard section as such because there are many similar contenders for like same position, so it becomes harder for me to make sure that I am on the right path. But there are like option cancelling that you can do, and I would be trying to like think more on why this option is not correct. They are more or less similar question in like mocks, but I think in cat it is generally straightforward. I won't say that they aren't difficult questions in cat, but it's generally less as compared to mocks. So, but nevertheless, I think it's a great practice, and I would know how to cancel the options in the stipulated time. So, what I would be doing is like, as I have said, that I would start with reading comprehension, pick those easy comprehension that I can achieve, then move on to those parajumble and parasummary types question, attempt all those, then move on to the harder paragraphs if I can like solve them. So this is what my tactic is for BARC, and what I am targeting is basically I would be targeting around uh, 30, let's say 30 marks, so that would be around 10 questions right in VARC, then would improve my percentile further if I get 30, so that 30 is my target. In DILR it's uh, firstly like do one set properly, that would be around 15 marks. So, and if I could get around 30, that would be like awesome for me, but I know that there requires a lot of practice in DILR, so I have to do that. And the weakest section I think is currently quants, because I haven't got any practice of quants. I uh, haven't studied the subject either, so that becomes really difficult for me. But I can see that quants is the only subject that you can be sure of to score marks in, and it's the subject that would fetch you like the more marks, because I am engineer, so it becomes easier for me to understand those mathematical terms and to comprehend what the question is trying to say. The negative part with me is I cannot do like mental math, so that makes my calculation slow, and that results in like different types of uh, stress game, because I sometimes stuck while doing basic calculation like 6 is to 7, like 6 into 7, what is 6 into 7, I would keep doing in my mind, but I am not able to get the answer because of panic. So that happens a lot in like quants, and this is why I leave more questions, because I am stuck in one particular calculation and then I am not able to many such calculations. So this is one a negative point in quants, and the major negative point is that I haven't covered the entire syllabus. By now, I think most of the people have covered entire quant section. I am like starting the quants one, but I'm pretty sure that in like 2 months I can cover the entire quants, like the basics and like medium. But in advanced level, I need to practice more, and I would have to dedicate more time to it. Let's see how it goes. So that's all for today. Bye, guys.